American culture has issues with the women's. The women is the main problem, but they don't
That's I,
realize culture. I said America, the problem is the feminism that you guys have here that's teaching women that they are more valuable than they are. They think that they're more valuable than they are.
You know, we can
I went
all
to
marry rich, right? We can marry a guy who's got it like that can take care of us. That would be wonderful. But some of us, we don't have that luxury. So we have to go in and hustle. And when I said that a lot of men like women like this, believe it or not, there are men who like strong-minded women. There used to be a thing in our culture called the power couple, right? Where you were really, really strong and he was really, really strong. He liked this strong headed, Miss Independent. There was actually a song out about it. I don't know if you know this or not. So, not to say that it's right. I'm just saying that those are some of the things that came to this point. So, that led to this point. That
I actually believe all these songs of Miss Independent and she can do all by herself, things like that. I believe entertainers sing those songs for the ladies because they know women like to be lied to. Honestly, they don't mix. If entertainers, singers, artists made music that holds women accountable, they would not be able to make any shows. They would not be able to make any money. So they have to make music that panders to the women, that tells women what they want to hear.
you probably didn't know anything about.
I know about it. I know a lot about it. I've seen it too much. Trust me, I've been here a long time. And I've talked to many people on these panels about the same thing, studied it. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm giving my perspective as a person who is used to seeing you guys. I see you guys, I see America, and I see us. And I wonder what's the problem that you guys have that we don't have, and what's the problem that we have that you guys don't have, if that makes any sense. We have issues in our culture. Middle Eastern culture has issues. We're not perfect. But American culture has issues with the women's. The women is the main problem, but they don't
that's I,
realize it.
that's that's ironic. I was in Lebanon. I used to live there for a little while.
I
It's a
dated a
club
guy
called
from Lebanon.
Crocodile. You ever been there?
I don't go to clubs.
Oh, well, yeah, they had some hoes. They was on. Like it's not
I
just American
That's not our
culture.
culture.
That's just the club, though. She's talking about just the environment, the culture in general. For example, even in she's from Middle East, even Saudi Arabia, countries like that that have very strict, even Iran, regardless whether they have very strict Islamic laws, there are still people who do crazy shit. So his point is null and void.
Culture. That's not our culture.
But
There are
they
hosts
was
that
in
come
there.
to the
They was in there
country, like
doing. I ain't
Asians.
gonna
There's a
lie.
lot of Asian hosts that come there. That's not our
No, they
culture.
was Lebanese. I ain't gonna say the girl's name because I actually bumped back into them in Vegas. Like,
Okay, well, can I say something? Just because there's holes in every country,
Yep,
that doesn't mean that that is our culture. And I
true.
didn't say that
I
America has
well,
the whole culture. I said America, the problem is the feminism that you guys have here that's teaching women that they're more valuable than they are. They think that they're more valuable than they are.
so
I mean, I don't know who told her that she can come and speak to American women like that because she's gonna get attacked. She might be a woman, but if there's one thing women don't like, is other women holding them accountable.
I just it said
I just don't
in
understand how someone, because where are you from? Lebanon? Do you live
the
in the U.S.?
globalization.
Amir, do you live in the U.S.?
Sorry, I had myself on mute. Yes, I live in America now.
It's just hard for me to listen to your perspective because I feel like it's not, y'all ain't right over there in your own homeland. Like, it's all kind of, I mean, it's not right over there. So it's like, how can you come over here and talk about something that we built? And I just feel like you have no gun in this fight.
Okay, you
But she's talking about just the culture, especially with regards to relationships. She's not talking about, you know, the development and stuff like that. So, yeah, anyone would love to come to the US, to America, you know. greatest country on earth in terms of opportunities. But relationships, but she's talking about relationships specifically.
You said that how can I come here and talk? I just
Yeah,
told
you
you
come from
that
a
in the
failed
Middle East we
homeland,
have our
sweetheart. You come from a failed
okay.
homeland.
Do you want me
You
to answer?
fled your country. You are no longer there.
Do you want me to answer?
You are no longer there. You fled.
Okay, you can keep talking.
And you're now coming over here trying to tell us how to be. We got it. We got it. We gonna figure it out. We see how y'all.
She's mad. I told you, like, anytime, because anytime a woman holds a, I mean, it's already bad enough a man trying to hold women accountable, but anytime a woman holds another woman accountable or women accountable, best believe they're going to attack her. Now she's disadvantaged because she wasn't born in America. She's from the Middle East, so they're going to attack her. But I kid you not, if she said something positive, they would be best friends. But now because she's calling out the negative parts of women, they are going to attack her.
Can I answer?
Military. I see how y'all living.
Can I answer you now?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Middle East, we have lots of problems. Trust me.
Like any other part.
One thing we don't have is feminism. We don't have women issues like America does. And I've seen you guys. You guys cannot act like I don't see it. And we talk about it. Here, we don't have that issue of feminism. And I think a lot of American women think that feminism has brought them so much great things. They're so much better than the rest of the world women. But what has it really brought you more than just having ruined marriage, single parents? We don't have these issues in our country. Why?
That's a lie. Rising breakups and divorce in Lebanon mirrors socio-economic changes across the Arab world, according to Arab News. Beirut is a globalization transforming most aspects of modern life.
I mean, you're trying to read to me an article about divorces?
Kuwait, 48% of all marriages end in divorce, 40% in Egypt, 37.2% in Jordan, 37% in Qatar, 34% in the UAE and Lebanon.
Okay,
They say
but like I said,
that's still not as high as the 50% and sometimes even maybe 60% in America. So I get it that he's trying to defend, the sisterhood, but she didn't say Lebanon was perfect. She didn't say there were no issues down there. She's just talking about specifically just the relationship culture. That's all she's saying. There's nothing wrong with pointing out what's wrong with an environment, with the culture.
We don't have these issues that you guys have.
But that's false.
We don't have the issues that you guys have.
They be kicking
in underage marriage.
They be stoning their women. It's all kind of things y'all need to be worried about. You
that we throw stones at our women
that you don't even.
So
you should really be thanking us that you're here.
So this is the thing. So I would agree with her that there are some things that women need to work on. It does not take a rocket science to know that we need to work on things. But I think we're here to try to solve a problem, not to throw stones at each. We both have work to do. Nobody is better than the other one at the end of the day, because I'm sure Marcus can go and look at all the research of the Lebanese and you can say everything about American, because we're gonna. So what's natural is we're gonna defend our own culture because it's ours, right? And it's gonna be a defense. So let's not even do that and just talk about the issues. So when you throw shots will be thrown back, and it may not be a pretty place. So
I would like to
just consider. But I will agree with you that we do have a lot of work to do.
I would like to respond. I just want to respond to you guys.
She didn't throw shots. She just called out an issue the way she sees it, and that's her opinion. But for you to attack her, I mean, I like the way this lady came across the situation, rather than better than her and better than him. It's like if someone says, hey, you need to get in shape, you're not eating well, and then instead of saying, you know what, you're right, I'm working on myself and this and that, I thank you for pointing that out, you go straight to attacking them back, you are actually admitting guilt.
I never said that Lebanese culture is the best culture. That's not what I said. You guys are pointing that out because I'm Lebanese.
Yeah.
I said in America, we have a problem. And you guys wanted to talk about my culture or my race. I said in America, we have a problem. I live in America. I'm here. I'm not in Lebanon. and I see the problem. So I don't know why it turned into a race thing for me, but I didn't point out any certain race. I said America has a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't point out a race either. I said Lebanon.
Yeah, but you didn't have to point out Lebanon. You should have been, you address her point. If she said there are issues in America, just say, okay, I hear you. Or maybe even challenge her and say, what you're saying is not true. These are the statistics. That's one thing. But you quickly left what she's talking about and went to attack her and where she comes from. That's already, you already lost the argument. You already lost the debate.
I think, but the point
do y'all disagree? Do y'all disagree with the statement that she?
Right.
Thank you.
I agree that.
Okay, so then why not address the statement that she's making to say if it's true or false,
Yes.
Right.
as opposed to saying something about her country?
Because
Perfect.
it's juxtaposed as a critique about
That's not true. That's not true.
It is.
No,
I heard
that's
it
not
that way.
true. So, for example, if I'm talking to you, like if I'm in a relationship with someone, right, and I'm telling them about something that I don't like about them, their response should not start talking about, well, what you did was that's not a productive conversation, right? So
that's a good fucking point, bro. And it happens so much in relationships, and that's what sometimes men complain about in relationships. Like when a man comes to a woman, he's like, hey babe, you did this A B C D, and she quickly goes to, but you also did A B C D. It's like, no babe, for now let's handle what I'm if you really didn't like what I did, you should have brought it up to me. But for now, let's handle what you did wrong, maybe accept for, take accountability. Then in the future, once we are done with this, then you can come tell me what I did wrong. Because I know I ain't perfect. But by you redirecting away from exactly what the issue is and you attacking me also, that just shows lack of intelligence.
important for us to get to the point, which was, do modern women have a choice? That was the question. Most of y'all really didn't answer that question, other than Amira. And so the question was, do they have a choice? And they don't really have a choice, because they have literally made it about the fact that they want a perfect man, but they don't want any other responsibility. That man does not exist. That's what we're talking about. And the research on this matter as it relates to feminism has been documented over and over again. I don't know how it behooves anybody to know that the position of the feminism movement happened in the 1960s, right? We know this. And the sexual liberation movement, women wanted to be able to be thoughts without responsibility. Then you transition to saying, well, we want to have babies without having to be married, so that the government, this is all documented. And then it became a major thing in the Black community, for sure. Black women have the hardest time getting married. That is a fact. That has nothing to do with Lebanon.
Facts, man.
The issue is that if we're talking about community, anybody that sees and studies a community does not have to be in the community to be able to pinpoint what is going on in the community. If I liken it to ESPN, there are several sportscasters that have never played, but they're able to give solid commentary on it. So it's
Fact, man. Shout out to Lapif, man. The reason I like this specific panel, because you could see the differences in mindsets. You know, she's over here saying what's wrong with the current, modern day relationships in America, and this lady and this guy go straight to attacking her. And then there's a voice of reason at the end of the day. But even, this is why I said, even just in relationships, people are going to have arguments and, do things against each other. But it's like, and this is why sometimes when men have issues in relationships, they don't speak up. Because they know the moment the man comes to his woman, is like, hey, baby, you said A, B, C, D. I didn't like that. Some women are quickly going to turn the guns and be like, but you also did A, B, C, D. And even yesterday, it's like, no, baby, let's handle this right now. If you felt that way, I understand you, but you should have told me that. But for now, let's finish this, because with that, we will never get solutions to anything, So at the end of the day, I like discussions like this, because we get to iron out our issues, and hopefully dating, going forward, relationships, maybe marriages can come back. I don't know, but maybe they will going forward. Anyway, man, shout out to Lapeef. Link down below what you guys think.